Okay, it's Kentucky Rose devotional time. We are on chapter 7 of Proverbs. He says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commands with thee." Keep my commands and live. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Keep the commands of the Lord and live. My law as the apple of thine eye. You got to let God be the apple of your eye. His word, the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablets, the table of your heart. Again, the same words. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister. I want to be sisters with wisdom. I don't want to be sisters with fools. He says, call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from strange women, from the stranger which flatter with her words. Somebody that has never had somebody will be flattered by people who tell them lies. But listen, God was the first flatterer. He was the one who told you were the apple of his eye, that he made you in his image, that he loves you more than you could ever imagine. And so we don't have to be flattered by people who give flattering words, but instead we can say today, God, I know I'm the apple of your eye. I don't have to look anywhere else to be completed by what anybody says about me. I just have to be completed by you, because you are my Lord and you love me more than I'll ever know. So he says out of this, at verse 6, for at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man, void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner. And he went the way to her house. And in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and the dark of night, behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot, and a subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. She's not willing to stay in her house. She's going to everybody else's house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Who is this person lying in wait? This is Satan. This is him lying in wait for those who were wanting wisdom, but they went outside of the boundaries of God, and now they're looking in a place that they shouldn't be looking for it. And they're finding a fool instead. She catches him, she kisses him, and with an imprudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. They pretend to be something they're not. He came forth to meet thee diligently, to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry and carved works, and the fine linen of Egypt. They've clothed themselves in all the most beautiful things, so that you will be seduced and enticed. I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloe, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the goodman is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. This is an adulteress who's saying, my husband's gone. Why don't you come in here and keep me company? He hath taken a bag of money with him. He will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she has caused him to yield. You know, there are people who make flowery speeches to us to try to get us to do things that we know are against what God's will is for our life. And he's saying, be careful. Don't be seduced by these speeches. Don't be seduced by liars. But instead, he says, she goes her way straightway with an ox that goes to the slaughter, to death. This person will lead you to death. Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasten to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. See, you don't know your life is gone till someone sucks it right out of you, and that's how quickly that Satan can suck the life right out of you and get you on the wrong road, just to be allured by a sweet word from somebody who has nothing in them that's sweet. He says, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. You don't decline to the ways that take you in a path that you don't belong. We don't go astray into her paths, he says, for she's cast down many wounded. That's the only way the devil will leave you when he takes you off the path that God has for your life. He's going to make you be wounded when you come back. And God doesn't want you wounded. He says, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Many people who thought they would never walk away from God, never walk away from home, never do anything wrong, talked about other people for doing it that are doing it now, never dreamed that they would do what they're doing. But he's saying here, be alert. Don't think that you're above being pulled off the path, because if you get pulled off that path, it's going to lead to hurt. It's going to lead to wounds. He says, but at verse 27, her house, listen to what her house is. It's a way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. If you go through with following the voice of the harlot, if you follow the voice of the one that is Satan, that is telling you to go down a path to go with people that you don't belong, to walk with fools. He's saying the way they're going to lead you is not going to be the way that's going to lead you to heaven. It's going to be a path of hell. It will seem like heaven at first, but then when you really get involved and you see everything that's being manifested in front of you, I believe some people are seeing the manifestation of things right now as we speak in front of their eyes. Danger that God is showing them. He's showing them warnings all around them. This is what your life will be like. It's going to lead you to a place that's going to lead you to certain death, he's saying here. This is powerful. This is a powerful warning to us. It's short, couple of scriptures here, just 27 in Proverbs 7, but it's a powerful word to remind us that we cannot listen to the perversion. We cannot listen to the things that the world tells us this is okay. You can go ahead and do it. It won't harm you. It's not hurting anybody. It's just this is all about you. This is what society tells us. Do what makes you happy. These are lies from Satan. We can do what makes us happy, but if we do what makes us happy, is that happiness tied to God? Is it tied to His will for your life? If it's not, then it doesn't matter how happy you are here, you'll spend eternity being very unhappy. So the choice that we have, that Solomon's showing us through this in chapter 7, is a choice to choose the high road or to choose the low road. Because this harlot was out there in the street, just walking and looking like anybody else, dressed like a harlot, but yet this person couldn't see for what it was. They didn't want to know that this was something that was going to harlot them from God, that was going to take them from the promise of God. So this is a very important word that we understand today, that we go forward in the wisdom of God, that we do the things He's telling us to do, that we don't harlot ourselves with the things of this world, but that we make ourselves a bride ready for the groom Jesus Christ. We don't need to prepare for anybody else. We've got to be a spotless bride that is ready, that has prepared herself in holiness and purity for the Lord, waiting on His return, not getting pulled off and distracted by all of these worldly cares and worldly things that are going on, but just getting our mind focused on the heavenly kingdom that God has, that He wants full. He wants heaven full, and you and I are the ones that are going to help do that. So I pray this word helps you. It's not very long today, but this is the word for the day, is that don't be pulled aside by liars, but don't be deceived. Don't be seduced, but instead cling to the things of God and allow Him to lead and guide and direct your heart and your mind and your life. And run from people that are trying to get you to go off the path of God. Run from them. You don't want to be in that place of fools. You want to be in the place that Solomon wants you to be here and God wants you to be, which is in the place of wisdom, to know right from wrong and to have the courage to choose right and to walk with Jesus all the way. This is not the time to turn back. This is the time to choose, as the song says, the Jesus way, to do what Jesus is commanding you to do. Today's the day. Do it. God bless you. See you soon.